I am Sam Queso, and I'm building my bankroll to $100,000 so I can quit my job as a roofer and play poker full time.
Hey, it's my vlog. Focus. This is day 3. We're playing Poker America tonight. Can you lock in? He hasn't been locked in once this whole trip. I'm up on the trip. This guy's not. He's not. But this will be episode 5. The bankroll currently sits at 10,168. No. Oh my gosh, is it really? No. Okay. Anyways,
10,000.
we're above 10,000. And today it's a 5-5 game. The buy-in is 1,000. We're bringing 10 just in case. Had to loan this guy money.
Oh God.
Had to loan this guy money. Shut your mouth, lock in. Let's go!
You guys play first.
Oh my gosh.
Did you really?
Oh my.
Buy some queso? Oh my God. How did Nick make that? I'm sorry. No, bye.
Wasted.
Just a huge fan, brother.
I've seen your shorts, man.
Huge. Hey.
You make content too, or?
I already told him I'm pissing everybody off and I'm giving it to Nimi. Like,
We're going to the lodge after. That's the plan.
How are we feeling about it? I'm feeling good. I can't wait. No, it's going to be a fun one. I know that. I can see all the energy happening in this room. You guys are making me energized. It's great.
All right, here we go. We are playing 5-5 with the $5 big blind Annie, and we got some pretty big names on the table. You guys might know a few of them. We got Andrew Nemi. You guys might have heard of him. We got Ace Poker. We got Corey Iring. I think that's how you say his last name. Sorry, Corey. We got On Tilt Nick and On Tilt Eric. So, should be a fun game. Let's hop into the first hand. In this first hand, we look down at Ace-7 offsuit. That is right, Ace-7 offsuit. We are in the under the gun straddle. Andrew Nemi opens to 40 bucks on the button. Action folds to me, and I'm already getting clowned for not playing any hands for the first 10 to 15 minutes of the stream. So I decided to go crazy with Ace-7 off and stick in the call. Out of position against the best player at the table. What could possibly go wrong, right? We're off to a flop. It comes 9, 5, 6, 2 clubs. Pretty good flop, actually. Smashes our range, and we also have a gutter. So I start with a check, and Nemi continues for 40 bucks. I stick in the call with my gutter, and we're off to a turn. It comes the 6 of hearts. Actually, another pretty good card. It's going to hit us more than it's going to hit Nemi. I check with plans to check raise potentially. Nemi puts out another bet, this time for 80 bucks. A pretty small bet, and it just looks a little weak to me. So let's stick to the plan. Let's put in the raise. I raise it up with the gutter. I'm bluffing. That's right. Against Andrew Nemi, I raise to 240 bucks. Nemi thinks about it for a little bit, and I'm just praying he folds, but he's too good. Obviously, he sticks in the call, so we're screwed. We're off to a river. It comes a jack of diamonds, complete brick, but we got to stick with the plan here. So I rip it all in against Andrew Nemi on the biggest stream of my life. My first time in Vegas and my first time ever bluffing. That is right. So much is on the line here. And Andrew Nemi decides to fold 7 high. That's right. He folded 7 high. I mean, he couldn't really call. It doesn't matter, though. I still bluffed him in my eyes, and I'm sticking with that. That's my story to tell. You guys can't tell me any differently. Shut your mouth on the next hand. This next hand is insane. We look down at pocket tens. We are on the button. Action folds to me, and I open to 35 bucks. On tilt, Eric calls in small blind, and Nemi calls in the straddle. So we're 3 ways to a flop, which comes absolutely amazing. It comes 3, 4, 10 rainbow. So we flop top set the nuts, and it gets better because Eric decides to lead out, which makes perfect sense. Really good play, brother. He leads out for 35 bucks. Andrew Nemi puts in the call, and with the nuts, I'm just going to be calling here. We're off to a turn. It is the 7 of diamonds. It's not the best turn. 5-6 does get there, but let's be honest, when somebody has that hand, they're just going to get my whole stack. So when Eric continues for 65 bucks, Nemi calls, and I do consider putting in a raise, but I think we're either way ahead or way behind here. So I decide to just call, hoping the board pairs on the river, and it does. The river's a 3 of hearts, so we fill up on the river. Now, sadly, Eric checks, but Andrew Nemi says, you know what, Sam, you're my new favorite vlogger, and I want to make a donation. He decides to donate 175 bucks, and I only have 680 behind, so I'm all in for 680 bucks. I rip it. Eric folds, and Nemi says he's not getting away from it this time. He sticks in the call. I show the full house. He shows 3-5 suited for a rivered trips. What a cooler. Doesn't matter. 2 for 2 against Nemi, and that's straight skill. Has nothing to do with the cards. That's straight skill. On to the next hand. In this next one, we look down at Queen 10 suited in the hijack, open to 35 bucks, and get called by Eric, Corey, Ace, and Nick. So 5 ways to a flop. It comes 4, 8, Queen, 2 hearts. So we flop ourselves top pair with a decent kicker. Ace checks, and Nick makes an amazing bet of 35 bucks. Makes a ton of sense. I think we have to raise here. Can't be given a good price to all those straight and flush draws, so I raise to 130 bucks, and Eric snap jams for 225 bucks, folds back to Nick, and he surprisingly has a queen in his hand, so he's in a tough spot, but eventually makes a disciplined fold, and I call. As y'all can see, Eric has a nut flush draw, so we need to dodge some hearts. We're off to a run out. The turn comes the 6 of diamonds. River, though, king of spades. We hold and scoop. So far, so good. We're playing well. We're running good. We're up a little bit already, and then this hand happens. We look down at pocket queens in the cutoff. I opened at 50 bucks because the straddle is on, and honestly, that's just too much. But that's what I did. It folds back to Nick in the straddle, and he sticks in the call. So we're heads up to a flop. It comes 4, 10, 7, 2 hearts. Pretty safe flop for us. So when Nick checks, I bet 50 bucks, and Nick decides to raise. He makes it $200, and I actually consider putting in another raise here because I feel like he might have a big combo draw. There's so many draws available out here, but I decide to just call with plans to raise the turn if he bets again. So we're off to a turn, and it comes okay, I guess. It comes a queen of clubs, so we just turn the freaking nuts. And what's even better is Nick keeps betting. He bets $500, and here's where I get a bit confused. I'm not sure if I should just be calling here with the nuts. I mean, there's so many draws on board. I really don't want to give them a good price to see a turn, but I only have $1,800 on my stack, so the only raise that really makes sense is all in, I guess. I don't know, but I just figured if he had a combo draw, Nick was probably going to go with it, and he could also have a worse set that could call off. So I decided to jam all in for $1,800, and Nick enters the tank for what feels like forever, but eventually decides to fold Jack high. That's right. He tank folded Jack high. What a laydown, brother. In hindsight, I wish I wouldn't have raised, but honestly, I'm not too upset with my play. Maybe that was a bad raise. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. What would you have done in that spot with those stack sizes? Let me know. This next time we get a little out of line. We look down at ace 4 offsuit on the button. Action folds to me, and I open to 30 bucks. It folds back over to our guy ace poker in the straddle, and he decides to 3-bet to 125 bucks. Should probably just fold here, but I decided to stick in the call, being in position. So we're heads up to a flop against ace poker. Flop comes queen 9 4 2 hearts. So we flop ourselves bottom pair, and ace continues for 100 bucks. Once again, we got bottom pair, so I'm not going anywhere. I stick in the call. Could probably just fold, but I called. We're off to a turn. It comes the 10 of spades, and now ace checks. In the moment, it really felt like he had one pair or a hand like ace king, so I decided to put in the semi bluff for 225 bucks, and ace calls. Oh boy. We're off to a river. It comes the 5 of hearts. Ace checks, and I think we got to go for it here. We can rep all the flushes, all the straights. If he just has one pair, he's probably going to have to fold. So I decided to put in a weak bluff for 500 bucks. In retrospect, I think a pot-sized bet is the move here, but that's not what I did, and ace pretty quickly calls and shows king jack for a straight. So that's how you torch nearly $1,000, folks. And that brings us to the last interesting hand of the session. We look down at pocket tens in the hijack, open at 35 bucks. Nemi and Todd both call, and then Nick decides to put in a little raise. It makes it $1,025, which just so happens to be his entire stack, and I literally can't call any quicker. I know he doesn't have crap because he's been getting absolutely torched by Nemi. So he's on Omega Toe. He doesn't have crap. I call, the other players fold, and sure enough, Nick has ace 8 offsuit. So we're a pretty big favorite to scoop this 2K pot. We're off to a run out. It comes 4, 6, 3, turn, jack, river, 9. So we hold, and just like that, we send Nick back home to Dallas. It doesn't matter where we are. I'm still going to stack you, brother. Doesn't matter. We could be in Dallas. We could be at Peaks. We could be in Vegas. It doesn't matter. I'm stacking you. Thanks for the donation, brother.
Have you ever heard of lock it down? If y'all haven't heard of lock it down, I'm gonna show y'all what it means. Lock it down. Oh.
If you guys thought I was kidding, I was not. I literally did not get into any more interesting hands for the rest of the night, probably because the lineup got really, really tough.
All right, so Nick went bust, right? Ran it up, thing went bust. So now we have a new seat or a new person on our left. Show him who's on our left.
This is the guy.
Nice.
This guy. Right?
Nice.
So no more interesting hands to report to you guys. On to the outro.
What are your thoughts on Nick's play? I'm sorry. Outro time. No. I'm doing my outro right now. Shut your mouth. All right, this is the outro. I want to hear what how Nicky boy did. Nicky got me on the string. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. In for a lot. Out for what? Hey, Eric played 30 minutes. In for what? Out for a lot. No, it's okay. It's okay. Ace played good. Ace played good. Yeah, you played good.
Hey, I always play good.
Listen, we're about to hop in the Uber, but in for 1,000, out for 3,800 on national television. Talk to me nice. I'll see you guys in the closet at home. All right, we're back home here in Dallas, in the closet, reporting to you guys. That was a super fun trip to Vegas. That was about a month ago, but overall, it was an awesome trip, and we ended it with a big one on Poker Night America. Really helps the bankroll. Now the bankroll is at $12,968, but it's about to change. We're about to take another big swing. I'm not going to tell you guys which direction, but in the next vlog, we are playing on the TCH live stream. It's a 5-10, technically 25 stream, and there's a big swing. Not going to spoil it for you guys, but lock in next week. Shut your mouth. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for the constant support. Appreciate you guys. Peace.